Hi, this is Real World Audio. Welcome to my music corner when we are exploring our connection to music and how we can make it deeper. And this is where I'd like to start. So this Machi here represents the average audiophile and music lover today. As you see, she is at the port, and when I snapped this shot, there was music playing, and yes, she was listening to the bass coming out from the port, and she here and eventually she loved it, and eventually she crawled into the port and was listening to the bass coming directly. So I think that's just what us audiophiles do. Most people, at least here in the US, are totally obsessed about bass, about power delivery, about low frequency extension, and Machi really here on this photo is the epitome of that. And I would say pretty much that's what's in our minds, and most people, for them to achieve that goal, like being in heaven as Machi is now in the bass department, and the rest is really like secondary or tertiary or none. However, I would say my experience is that bass is very important, but the rest is the key for a lot more, for the full appreciation of music. And one component of what your stereo system can do for you, which is just absolutely grossly, vastly neglected and underrated, is the capability of emotion delivery of a system. And through, while we are doing our A/B testing sessions and critical listening and this kind of stuff, which is although it's a lot of fun, and when we gather together we can exercise most of our observation skills in this kind of endeavor to describe the sound by its parameters. And that's the easiest thing to communicate, and what we hear from the sound, and what is our opinion of it. But truly, when we are on our own and you listen to the music for yourself, then what you are really going for is not any of these audiophile parameters, but it's the whole of the music, is the entirety, is your ability to connect to the music. And it depends on you just as much as it depends on your system. So you can have a system that's capable of full emotional delivery if you are closed and you bar yourself from accepting the emotional side of your being, then it won't do you any good and it will not make you feel happy. And there's one huge avenue where you can explore the emotional side of music if you are having a problem getting in touch with it, and that aspect is dancing. Because on the dance floor, what makes or breaks you as a dancer is not just your technical skills, but it's first and foremost your ability to connect to music. Because I am a dancer myself, and I've been dancing for a relatively long time, in by others' judgment, by my own judgment. I'm just a fledgling. I haven't danced that much, so here I will use Argentine tango as an example for you guys, and that's because I also dance Argentine tango. I started learning it 10 years ago, and others would say 10 years is a very long time, and it's just absolutely awesome. But when you are on the road and learning tango, Argentine tango, then you realize as the years go by that you have just so much to learn, and so much more to go, and where you can grow towards. And for those of you who are thinking about starting to learn dancing, do not despair about that, because Argentine tango is really for everyone. I know everyone is saying that it is the hardest dance to learn. And yes, I agree with that. It is by far the hardest. So even if you can learn like other Latin dances like salsa and cha-cha, and you thought it was difficult, but you kind of managed to learn the basics in 2-3 years, and when you go for Argentine tango, you will be just like, "Oh, on what planet am I? This is just so crazy hard. I am out of my league here." But don't worry. It is a test of endurance and your determination, and if you prevail, then I would say within a year or 2 years, you will experience a complete magical transformation. And this transformation will also affect your entire life. I have a lot of friends who dance, and they started dancing very late. People who start to dance in their 50s, 60s, and they tremendously enjoy it. And as the years go by, they get better and better dancers. One of my friends, she started in her mid 50s, and now she's in her late 60s, and she is a fabulous dancer. And she is now in a way better physical shape than she was 10 years ago. She has amazing balance, amazing skills, and it brought such improvement to her life that is just truly transformational. And it's not just her, it's happening to everyone. And this is the safest and best way to preserve your health. So if you are also concerned about your health, what's going to happen to you, you start to feel that you are not in your 20s anymore, and year by year it's getting harder to manage things, to maintain your body, and you start to feel the age more and more, then I extremely warmly recommend to start learning Argentine tango. It will radically transform your life. And why I'm making this video is not to get you to dance tango, although it would be truly in your best interest, and probably if you start doing that in the beginning, you will curse me every single class, but in a year or two, you will say that this was the best thing in your life that has happened to you. And it doesn't matter if you have learned other dances before, it doesn't matter if you are skilled, if you have very good control over your body, or if you have done never any kind of sports or any kind of skills that require flexibility or body control. You will slowly acquire them, and you will be just totally amazed what sort of improvement it's going to make to your life. However, right now, my main concern about this is your ability to connect to music. And Argentine tango is the best dance form to teach you how to connect to music. And I do recommend it to every audiophile. And even if not going for tango, but other dance forms, to just expose yourself to dance music, to dancing. How does it feel to connect to music with your entire body? How can you translate what the music is telling your brain to motion within your body. Because when you dance to the music, not just randomly moving or twitching on the dance floor, but dancing the music, that's the highest form of connecting to music. That's when music really animates you. That's when music brings you life, brings you content right away into your life, because otherwise it's just going in our ear canal, and we have some things going inside our brain. But if we are just sitting in an armchair, then it might inspire us to do things in the future and give you thoughts, but it does not give you any direct experience right away. And when you are dancing, then you are getting the direct experience. And now I want all of you to pause and watch this video, watch them dancing. I will post the link here. And after that, we are going to go through, and together I will analyze their dancing and will also analyze what's happening and how does it also impact your connection to music and being an audiophile. What is different about it? So right now I'm stopping it and you watch it, and then we watch to the second, come to the second part of this video. See you in a second or in a few minutes. Bye bye.